glad you've tuned back into this channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. This is going to be a general reading and not a personal reading. Whatever messages that come up, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you do enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope you're enjoying your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, okay, because we might be on a different time zone. I'm actually filming this reading in the UK, and it's a Friday on the 7th of November 2025. All right. So it just depends when you're going to see this reading, and when you do that, that means that you were just meant to see that day. Okay. All right. So what I want to start off with once again is this vibe, and it's called this oracle deck, and it's called Raise Your Vibration. Just to keep the frequency and vibration high around this reading. So the card that they wanted me to pick is this one. It says, you are worthy. Never forget that. Okay, you are loved. The universe is so it's sending you its love, many blessings. Okay, you are needed, and obviously you are worthy, and your ancestors, the divine, is right now enveloping you in lots of love. Okay, so I just want to just read a bit on this card. All right, so never forget that. Okay, never forget that you are worthy, and the universe and the divine is and also they want you to remember that you are a blessing as well. All right. And okay, so I just want to just read quickly on this. It says here, you are worthy. Valuing yourself has everything to do with raising your vibration. It helps you recognize that you are deserving of growth and learning. It reminds you that you are deserving of carving out a pathway to success in whatever way you see fit. The universe sees you as worthy because you are an extension of its greatness. Do you see yourself as worthy? Your capacity to create a sense of abundance is based on your capacity to believe how worthy you actually are. Today, you are encouraged to see yourself in a loving way and know you are worthy. You are worthy because abundance is inherent in the universe, and you are a facet of the universe. You are worthy because love is who you are. You are worthy because you are dedicated to walking the pathway of truth. You are worthy because authenticity is shining from the core of your being. Let the light of your soul fill up the cup of your being until you are overflowing. All right. And these are very beautiful, powerful words. Okay. And the vibe of the day, all right, is I offer myself the love I deserve. Okay. I offer myself the love I deserve. Okay. Because the journey should be based on love, and we should all be operating in the essence of love. Okay, but it all starts with self. Okay, because you can't love someone else unconditionally unless you fully love yourself unconditionally. Okay, so it works both ways. All right, and I just once again want to thank you, the viewer, all my supporters, all my subscribers, sorry, anyone who has supported my channel anyway. Thank you ever so much for your support. Whatever you did in the past or what you're about to do is much appreciated, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And please don't forget to check the description box after the reading. And once again, I just want to remind you that Tarot or oracle readings is all to do with energy, all right? These energies may not necessarily belong to you. It could belong to somebody you're associated with, or it could be energy or energies within another energy or energies, okay? And we all embody masculine and feminine energies. In other words, that tarot oracle readings is non-gender, it's timeless as well, all right? Okay, okay, so what I want to do next, all right, is to just let you know before I go into the downloads what is especially with in terms of the spell work what's going on right this at this time, okay? What was downloaded to me, okay? So at this moment, okay, there could be a lot of things that's trying to distract you because in my mind's eye, I saw these this card, okay, where it says distraction. This is from the Crow deck. Okay, so there could be a lot of things maybe you want to do, and there could be a lot of things that's distracting you or moving you away from whatever it is that you want to accomplish or you're working on at this time. All right. I also saw this one in my mind's eye, okay? Mimicry. Okay, so there could be someone around you, okay, that is trying to pretend to be somebody they are not. All right. So just be aware of that. Okay, spirit said there could be a fox around you, okay, or who could be shape shifting. All right. And from my last reading as well, there could be a spirit of mischief, okay, mayhem and mischief as well, to try to cause distractions and things like that, okay, for you. All right. All right. Let's just see quickly what else is going on. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to be aware of? What else do we need to know? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Okay, yeah. So, um, you've got the 10th house. Okay, so there could be spell work, where it could be something to do. I don't know, with maybe you are taking a break, okay, from whatever it is, and I don't know, you could be experiencing, as I said, a lot of distractions because the 10th house has something to do with vocation or occupation, so there could be something around that. Okay, there could be a lot of negative energy that's been sent to you at this time in those areas. Okay, maybe you're trying to take a break, and there could be a lot of things that's happening while you're away or things like that. Or it could be something to do with what you do for a living. Okay. You could be experiencing a lot of blockages at this time. It could be something to do around your resources as well. Um, I don't know. There could be people doing spell work to create some entities, attachments, or maybe these people who are doing it, they could have some type of entity or entities attached to them. All right. Um, You've got they could be also working with the lower aspects of or energies of Venus. It could be something to do with your to do with you loving on yourself, or to do with your love life, okay, or maybe you finding you love, or trying to block your you finding true love. Um and also it could be something to which is around or very much connected to your heart chakra. But then if you are interested in working with crystals, you can work with rose quartz, jade, or green aventurine. All right, if you're interested in working with crystals. um Also, they could be doing something, as I said, to affect the what you create, how you express yourself. Maybe not being your true self, or which would lead, obviously, to prevent you from stepping into your true power. Because you got hair, throat chakra underactive. Okay, so definitely it's something to do. That's why you have the 10th house Capricorn here. All right. And they could also, I don't know, could be doing things, they could be doing something to do with your spiritual tears, okay, which is linked to the level of consciousness. So there could be something around grief, anger, guilt, shame, pride, desire, fear. But these are energies. Remember that if you're part of the collective, okay, and you're not operating in low vibrational energy, you could have people, okay, it could be an individual, people that could be doing this, okay, to make you be in this energy. Just pray against this, all right. And they could be also affecting the whatever you've got, as I said, creating, because you've got root work, okay. So they could be doing maybe apart which could include doing maybe graveyard spell work, death spell, things like that, to affect your stability and your security, all right. But I what spirit is saying that a lot of the spell work that they are doing is actually backfiring. That's why you got reversal, because you do have a level of spiritual immunity. So uh, don't take this at heart. Just remember that you are loved and protected as well, okay? Because you are worthy, all right? Um, okay, I just want to just talk briefly about this, okay? So this is for an individual or people, okay? Or maybe you were victim to this, okay? So it could have something to do with a physical inheritance or spiritual inheritance, all right? Um, so they just wanted me to put this on. Not necessarily, it's not really for you, but it's for the cross watcher or anybody who is engaging in this thing or have done these things in the past, and to just clarify a few things, okay? Which so they wanted me to just address this thing about if anyone, or it could be a group of people who lied to steal something from another person, okay, or somebody who likes to lie, all right, or could be a compulsive liar, um, or who have lied to gain something out of envy, jealousy, or hate, or think it's okay to tell a little white lie now and again for selfish purposes. Okay, and what was channeled to me, okay, by my spirit guides, all right, by the divine, that a lot of people think it's justifiable, okay, to lie in all situations, but that is not true. As well as this myth about there is nothing wrong by telling a white lie now and again, okay. And what they wanted me to clarify, all right, there are times, okay, in certain circumstances where you be guided, okay, by the Most High to lie. For example, if you are on a spiritual mission, okay, and to protect yourself from harm, okay, or in other words, if your life is somehow in danger, in this case, you're not doing this out of vanity, okay. On the other hand, okay, if you tell a lie or a white lie in an attempt to gain something in the form of deceit or deception, then you cannot describe this as a lie, or a white lie, okay, or what you did in any way as justifiable, okay, or even if it means to cover up, all right, a crime, because you did this out or in the name of vanity, okay. And when it comes to theft, if someone is branded a thief or someone has been accused of theft, all right, and okay, then we have to see how we have to look at all circumstances there, because if someone stole something out of desperation because they were in need and deprived, for example, food or basic essentials, then you cannot call this person a thief. But if someone stole something out of vanity, this person can be considered a thief in the eyes of the Most High, because the Most High sees and knows all things. He knows the hearts and reins of man. He tests the hearts and reins of man. And in spiritual terms, a thief can also mean anyone who steals someone's happiness, joy, energy, or time, or any action that leads to some type of loss. That's why we have karmic justice, okay, and the law of karma, which is the law of cause and effect. All right, and that's why whatever we do, is all recorded in the Akashic records, known as the Book of Life. And as much as in this in the spiritual realm, sorry, in the spiritual realm, okay, we have a judicial system. So does the spiritual realm as well. Okay, they do have a judicial system, okay, where there are judges in the spiritual courts, okay, which includes the ancestral, as well as the family and goddess courts, okay, that's in the spiritual realm. Everything, when karmic justice is taking place, it has to be done in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. And also, they just wanted me to briefly talk about this thing about sin, okay, because there could be a case where and this is something, okay, that I have to I must I know this is something that I resonate with, okay, because with religion, all right, they try to make you believe, okay, this myth about one sin is greater or lesser than another. But in other words, in the eyes of the Most High, sin is sin, okay. There is nothing as a big sin and a small sin, okay. This, and as I said, this myth has been taught through or by so-called man-made religion, okay. And what we have to remember, if you don't know, is about the story of this woman that was accused of adultery in the scriptures or Holy Bible, all right. And Jesus of 2000 years ago, okay, said to those who wanted to stone this woman to death, he said, who have no sin, cast the first stone. In other words, like we all capable of sin. All right, that's the reason why we do the most popular ritual of all, which is prayer. All right, that's why Jesus of 2000 years ago taught his disciples to pray. So we all are capable of sin, whether we are aware of it or not. All right, and none of us, no one is perfect. You can strive to do what's right, but you cannot strive to be perfect. That is impossible. So they wanted me to clarify a few things here, because I think there's this myth, okay, that one sin is greater than or than or lesser than another. That's not the case. All sin is sin. All right. So I don't know. I was just guided to put this out there. All right. So maybe somebody needs to hear this. It could be like, as I said, somebody who dealt with in the past, or it could be to do with or maybe a cross watcher, somebody who's a bit confused about this. So they just wanted me to bring some clarity to these things. All right. So let's see what else is happening around us. So I'm just gonna be using this astrology deck. Okay. To see what's around us, what's in the energy at this time. What is it that Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is it the collective need to know right now? What's in the current energy? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is it that we need to know right now? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is it that we need to know right now? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what's in the current energy? Hmm. Okay, so we have here okay, so we've got the energy of fire. You could be a fire sign, Sagittarius. Aries, okay, or Leo. Okay, so you could be doing something that you love at this time, all right? Or you could be dealing with somebody, or you could have fire placements a lot in your chart, or dealing with a fire sign, okay? Um, okay, so you could be right now sorting out with or doing, I don't know, or you could be like reflecting on certain things in your life, what you need maybe what you need to what you want to keep and what you want to let go of at this time, um because you've got hair out with the old, okay, or maybe it could be something to do with a relationship here, okay. Then you have the energy of Saturn, okay. Saturn is currently in retrograde at this time, okay. So maybe I don't know, maybe you might be putting your foot down in certain situations, because Saturn is all about responsibility and discipline in the area of life. Okay, maybe you might have to, um, when it comes to certain matters, you may need to be using your head over heart. Okay, see things from a logical point of view there. Okay, and because maybe some people might want to play on your heartstrings here. You could be an Aquarius, okay, or have these Aquarius placement in your chart. It says fly your freak flag. So maybe at this time that is maybe you might need to probably be stepping, because Aquarius is all to do with friends and groups, okay. So you could be standing out um at this moment, or maybe you need to keep your boundaries up, because flag can also represent that not lowering your standards, all right, to certain individuals, or maybe I don't know, maybe it could be something to do with a friend a group, or maybe you just seeing who you want to keep close. I don't know, maybe something to do with a group of friends here, okay. Maybe you might be having problems and you just seeing who's loyal and who isn't. You got Chiron, okay. Chiron is known for a planet for healing, so I don't know, so you might be taking some time out, okay, from your busy schedule, um okay. Uh, we also have the full moon in Taurus. Okay. Um, so it says it's slow but steady. So I guess it's slow but steady reason. So you could be right now focusing on your because Taurus is all to do with money, possessions, okay, and wealth. Um, and very much connected to your security and stability, is very much connected to the root chakra. So you might be sort of like focusing, or maybe creating a new budget plan, or focusing on what you've got going in terms of your occupation, or the money that's been coming, or like trying to balance the books or things like that. All right. Or whatever you want to create. Okay, maybe you don't want to like rush into doing things, taking your time to see how you can plan whatever it is that you want to bring about. And then so you could be a Taurus or have Taurus placements in your chart, okay. And then you have water, okay. So you could be a water sign, you could be either Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or you could be dealing with someone those with these signs, or you or this person could have these placements in your chart. There could be a lot of emotions or things, because the full, especially with the full moon, okay. They could the full moon is very much connected to our emotional being, all right. So there could be a lot of people could be all in their feelings at this time, or maybe you could be doing like healing your emotions at this time, because it says let the feelings flow, all right. Okay. So let me just Okay, on top of the deck, you've got conjunction here. It says stop, collaborate, and listen. So I don't know. I guess you might be, like sort of taking time out and regrouping and seeing what works and what doesn't. Okay. Um. All right. Or maybe you could be you could be partnering up with new alliances or kindred spirits to bring about whatever it is you want to create. Um yeah, and you could be just working with the energies of the moon at this time because you got the moon cue up the cuddles, okay? So you could be, like just taking some time out or enjoying company with like-minded friends, okay? So let me just use another deck to see what's going on, okay? Hmm, use this one. So let's see what's going on, okay? What's happening? I think I'll use this one instead to see. I was going to use this one instead. Okay, so let's see what else we can get. What are the messages? Okay. Because the lunar eclipse is also about making changes, okay? Seeing what works and, as I said, what doesn't. So let's see what else. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please clarify fire. Please clarify fire. Holy Spirit, please clarify fire. Okay, so in the mix, you could be dealing with somebody who is antisocial. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Or maybe somebody that you close out a cycle with. Um, or maybe this person could be doing something to create some type of delay, okay, or causing you, or maybe you could be very busy at doing whatever it is that you want to create, okay. But I think it could be something connected to whatever you got going, all right, okay. And definitely it's got something to do, I don't know, it could be something to do with a group of people. Maybe you close out some you could have closed out cycles with certain with individuals, or it could be to with a group of people there, because as I said, Aquarius does have something to do with friends, groups, community, all right, because um after the Three of Cups you've got the Death, okay. Okay. Um, but it could be some, or it could be a group of people that's trying to end something for you. It could be to do something that you to do with what you love doing, okay, or want to bring an end to your creativity. All right. So let's see what else. Holy Spirit, please clarify lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse, please. Yeah, I think it's today past energies here. Okay, because it says burn bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. So I think you probably closed out a cycle with, it could be to different group of, it could be to one person or group of people here. Okay, maybe people who are disloyal. It could be a person that was disloyal to you. Okay, and maybe I don't know, maybe you feel shattered about their betrayal, okay, or maybe there could be an individual in the mix that shattered because you decided to cut this or to end this relationship. Holy Spirit, please clarify Saturn. Please clarify Saturn. Yeah, well, it says toxic. Yeah, so you could be like, you could have been among people that were quite toxic. They probably created a lot of drama. There was probably a lot of arguments. It could be to do for a person as well. Maybe that you felt at some point stressed out, okay, about this situation and just decided to just end this relationship or relationships. Because it does say here, because I'm clarifying Saturn, which it says time for tough love, okay, and then we did have on written on this one, it says out with the old, okay, and then you got here focus on healing. All right, for this people just please clarify Aquarius. Please clarify Aquarius, please. So you could be embodying the feminine energy. Okay, even though you're a man watching this, we all embody both masculine and feminine energies. You could be someone that's quite nurturing. Could be right now in this like caring for yourself, loving on yourself. Um and you in the past, okay, if this was past energy, because we are on different timelines, so timelines, okay, and it just depends if this is your story or not. You could be dealing with people who are quite petty, um or maybe since you close out a cycle, you could be dealing with people who are quite bitter and angry because you close, you no longer want to deal with them. Holy Spirit, please, Holy Angels, please clarify. Karen or Karen, uh, Karen. We've got nightlife. Okay. I don't know. Maybe the people that you are dealing with could be an individual who liked the nightlife, like gambling. Maybe they weren't good with their money. Um, Maybe you felt at some point exhausted about being in, tying with. It could be today for a marriage or romantic relationship here where like you just felt exhausted. Maybe you were good with your money and this person wasn't. Maybe you were pulling your weight in a situation and this person wasn't. They weren't good with money and they didn't care. Holy Spirit, please clarify Taurus. Please clarify Taurus. Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely you've cut ties, okay? Now you could have cut tie with a masculine energy, or you could be a masculine, you could be a divine masculine, or just, or you could be a male, and you cut ties with somebody who maybe didn't, who had no boundaries, was quite disrespectful, and they obviously they did you wrong and was disloyal to you in some way. Okay, you could be a father figure, but that's not to be, because we all embody both masculine and feminine energies. Okay, you could have awakened about what this person was doing, and you just said no. Is enough, and you're now free from this individual or group of people. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please purify water. Please purify water. Okay. Yeah. You could be recharging your batteries at this time, clearing your mind, doing some form of healing. Okay, after you let go from this individual who was quite disrespectful and disloyal, you could have created healthy boundaries and moved yourself, spiritually saying, from this toxic situation. Okay, and you could be dealing with somebody, I don't know, maybe this person was quite abusive. You're dealing with somebody who was quite unpredictable, conniving. Basically, you're dealing with somebody who probably was either a psychopath or a narcissist, or embody these traits, personality traits. Okay, and just focusing on whatever you've got going. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Okay. Now I was guided to use a past life past life deck, all right? Just to check on the what's going on around us. So whatever messages that's going to come out, okay, they are very much connected to because we all had past lives, okay, because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, okay, and then we were then incarnated into this lifetime, all right. um so a lot of the it could be an individual or group of people that you're currently dealing with, okay, you have dealt with at some point in your past lifetime. You have dealt with this individual or individuals, okay, and all right. And this is also good, okay, when it comes to like if you want interested in doing any form of past life healing, okay, which is all about healing unwanted energies, okay, that might be somehow influencing or causing some form of blockage in your life, okay, because past life energy as well doesn't always necessarily belong to us, okay, but it could be passed down through the family DNA or ancestral lineage, or from some people who keep helping, um, who keep we keep helping, okay, who are continuously create problems, um, and by us doing that type of work as well is going to help us, okay, to uh create our own path, okay, and bring more joy and abundance and blessings um into our future. So I just wanted to just put that out, okay. So if in case you're curious to know why, so sometimes I use these past life decks, all right. And they also wanted me to just say this prayer, okay, that's for any of you, okay, you could be part of the collective, doesn't have to be, okay, that's who's finding it hard to like sort of heal, um or want to do any form of past life healing work, okay, doesn't it could even be to do with inner soul healing or inner child healing. So they just wanted me to say this prayer. And if you're interested in working with angels, you can call on Archangel Zadkiel. And they wanted me to put this up before I started reading. It says, Archangel Zadkiel, angel of justice and righteousness, keeper of the violent flame, thank you for bringing your energy to me now. I surrender, release, and transmute all karma, contracts, and setbacks with love. I am the violent flame. The spirit of mercy fills my very core as I find it within myself to forgive and release the past and to focus on compassion. I am an expression of divine love. Thank you for supporting me, and so it is. All right. And you can also call on Archangel Michael to help you cut costs of anyone or anything that doesn't serve your higher purpose. All right, as well. All right. And if you want to know the name of this book, I have put it in the description box. So please check it out after the reading. Okay. All right. So, with that being said and done. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards. All right, so don't forget that uh this is a past life, and so whatever stories that are coming out here is very much linked to what happened in your past life. Okay, if this resonates, doesn't have to resonate because we all, it just depends, as I said, and it's all to do with energy. These energies may not necessarily belong to you. It could belong to somebody associated with or people, or it could be an energy. It could be energies within within other energies. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do we need to know right now? What do we need to know right now? Okay. Okay, so you've got authority figures. Okay. So that would represent it could be to the people of authority, it could be government, it could be anything, institutions, okay. It could be to do with the judicial system as well. Okay. Okay, then we have here communal living. Okay, so this would relate to things going on within your community, the neighborhood. All right. It could also be connected to family members as well. Okay, because authority figures could represent um like older siblings, okay, as well. And community can represent family as well, all right? And then you've got Native American. Okay, so maybe, you could have Native American blood, or come from or have that in your bloodline. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so we've got here. I'll just take like two from the top and two from the bottom just to give us a better idea. All right. So we've got here, we've got persecution and inquisition. Okay, that's from the top. Medicine, man or woman. All right. And then we've got the bottom, we've got health. Okay. And then we've got vows. Okay. Okay, so you could, I don't know, you could be a healer. All right, you could be a shaman. You could be a herbalist. Um, and as I said, I don't know, you could have some type of Native, or you could be Native American. All right, just take the energy as it resonates, or it could be to do with because this might not just be just one energy to belong to one person. It could be to do with a group of people. All right. Maybe you could be if you're part of the collective, you could be in a place where you could be sort of being persecuted. But remember, this is past life energy, okay? Things that could have happened in the past. Okay, you could be somebody who was quite dedicated because you've got vows here and whatever you got going, okay? And it could be a group of people, or it could be members of your own family, okay, that were not happy about you, maybe of what you were doing in your past life. Okay, you somehow felt targeted, persecuted because of what um uh you were doing in your past life. So I'm just going to use the tarot deck to just clarify, but I just want to just focus on these three main cards here, all right? And also just remember that whatever comes out here is also to do with people from your past life, okay? I like doing these past life. I enjoy, I should say, doing these past life because it you can learn so much, okay, from these readings. And if you want to know again more about your past life, you can have a personal reading, or if you're able to read for yourself, you can maybe use like maybe the Akashic Tarot. This is a good tarot deck to just because it tells you a lot of things about what happened in the past or what is happening now or in the near or distant future. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please clarify authority figures. Mhm. Okay, so we've got here 10 of cups. So it could be something around family here, okay? Because 10 of cups can represent family, or maybe you had or I don't know, maybe you had a or it could be, from what I'm getting here, I think it's to do with family, okay? But never mind, but we'll see what happens. Verify 10 of cups, please. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Okay, we've got Nine of Cups, or you could have had a family in the past, all right? Holy Spirit and angels, please clarify Nine of Cups, please. Okay, we've got Eight of Wands. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please clarify Eight of Wands, please. We've got Ace of Wands, clarifying. This is clarifying Eight of Wands. Holy Spirit, please clarify Ace of Wands. Please clarify. Okay, we've got Page of Cups. Okay. All right. So I think what has happened here, okay? Maybe something could have happened, okay, in the past. Um, or somebody, it could be a family member. It could be like somebody who was younger than you. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Um, maybe at one point, you either shared a home with this person. Um, you really loved this person, okay? Because you've got Nine of Cups here, okay? And you've got obviously Ten of Cups, because Ten of Cups, all right, can represent to love, harmony, all right? Um, and Nine of Cups, okay, can represent happiness, okay? And maybe something happened. As I said, authority figure can mean like a mother figure or father figure, all right? Or maybe who you considered as a mother figure or father figure. And I think maybe this person did something, okay, because Eight of Wands can represent sort of like instability, okay? Um, or maybe somebody that you trusted, okay? um uh and what it was, this person who you thought loved you didn't, because you got Page of Cups, because Page of Cups is it's not really a good type of energy, okay? You're dealing with somebody who is uncaring, timid, unemotional, not compassionate, okay? And definitely you probably love, this is definitely to do with some type of, you are probably quite loving. It could be, it's also as I said, could be a marriage too, where you felt, there was a lot of emotions there, you really love this person, but this person sort of like could have stabbed you in the back, right? um all right. Let's see what else is gonna come out from this. So you could have considered this person as your wish fulfillment, and this person, whatever news you got from regarding this person was not honest with you, because this person just offered you, a fishy cup of love. This is what I'm getting here, but it's definitely to do. From what I'm getting here, I think it's to do with a family member here, but doesn't have to be. Okay. It could even be to do with like a job situation. Spirit is say it could be to do for a job situation, where you were very, very giving to it could be like a job that was associated in a community, okay, and you were very dedicated and you loved what you did, um, and wherever you or wherever the institution or that you or company that you work for, that they won't even though you loved your job, but they didn't sort of the love wasn't reciprocated, or whatever they how they say it, okay. Holy Spirit, on this, please clarify communion living. Okay, so we've got here Five of Wands. Clarify a Five of Wands. You've got the Hermit. Clarify the Hermit. Hmm. You've got Seven of Swords. Clarify Seven of Swords. We've got the Star. Please clarify the Star, okay? And you've got the Magician, okay? So I don't know. So what I'm getting here, I think there could have been some type of deception as well. And again, you could have been dealing for a group of people. What I'm getting is Spirit saying to me that this was of to do with family or people you could go, or it could be to do with family or work situation. Okay, and there was a lot of deception. You could have been enlightened about something here because you got the Hermit. All right. Maybe it created some type of loss for you. There was definitely some type of deceit that took place. Okay. Um, and you could have moved away from the situation and is currently healing. Okay. Whatever happened, okay, it could have caused you uh to be in despair or cause some type of sadness for you, okay, um because of what they did, okay. So let me just clarify the last card. Native American. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please clarify Native American. Oh, that wanted to fly. Okay, got Justice. Now this flew on the Medicine Man and Woman. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please clarify Justice. Okay, so we've got King of Pentacles. So you could be embodying the King of Pentacles or dealing with somebody who embodies the King of Pentacles energy. Okay. Um, but this could have something to do, Spirit is saying this could have something to do with a legal matter. There could be it could be something to do with the justice system, okay? And it could have something to do with money as well, because you've got King of Pentacles there. Clarify King of Pentacles. Okay, so this fell on the vows card, okay? Six of Pentacles. Holy Spirit, when you please clarify Six of Pentacles. We've got Four of Cups. Holy Spirit, when you just please clarify Four of Cups, please. Ooh. And then we've got Judgment. Right. I don't know. Think what I'm getting at. You know what? Okay, so it could be a case what happened in a past life, right? That maybe you could be dealing with like deceptive family members. Maybe it could be something to do with an inheritance. Okay. Um, which involve the justice system, because you've got justice here and you've got authority figures. Maybe they could be somebody that's I don't know, maybe this person who is overseeing the case, maybe they could be an earth sign. Um or maybe the person that was sort of the mastermind of it all. They could be an earth sign. This person could be embodying more of the uh um even though it's a woman or man, okay, but they could be embodying the King of Pentacles energy in the shadow side, okay, somebody who is quite greedy, selfish, materialistic, possessive, okay. um all right, could be quite spiritual. This person could be quite manipulative as well, okay. And maybe they were meant to give you something here because you got six of pentacles. Maybe at one point you were somebody that was very giving, okay. And if it's a case of inheritance, maybe somebody just will refuse. Because if you notice, you see how this man is giving to this, they're more focusing on this person than this person. All right. So maybe it could be a case where maybe somebody was meant to give you something and they left you out. And if you notice on this as well, because this is the first time I'm noticing this, you see how this man is giving to this person, right? But then this person doesn't have anything. But do you see how where the scale is, right? And then you got this justice scale. You see the justice here with the sword, and so it's almost like as though it could be a case in the past, in your past life, where something deceptive was done to do family members, but karmic justice took place, and whatever that wasn't given to you will be given to you. Okay, the divine had to step in to make sure that whatever that was taken from you will be given to you. This is what I'm getting here. Because then again, um you've got four of cups, okay. So but what spirit is saying, this people probably, maybe when judgment was called, okay, because you got the judgment here, right? But if you notice, you see there's more than one person here, right? So it could be to do with family members here, as I said. um you could be dealing with younger and older siblings here. Okay, maybe judgment has been called. It could have happened first because everything has to happen in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. And maybe they're not happy, they about doing this, or it could be a case that they did this out of greed, because they weren't happy with what they had in their life. This is what I'm getting here. I think this is something that happened you know, in a past life. Mm, yeah, maybe, at some point they were prosecuted about for what they did to you in the past. So, just take whatever messages that come, just take what resonates, and apply the rules and roles where they fit. This is what I'm getting here. Okay. I just had spirit say karmic justice was took place. So definitely, I think there was some type of deceit. It could be, as I said, I think this has something to do with an inheritance. This is what I'm getting. And I'm just looking at this card, all right, which I made, and the first card on this day, it says loss. Okay, so it's something to do with I think it's something to do with theft here. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we can get from this situation. Okay. Mm, okay, yeah. Spirit sent me to use let me use the Keeper deck and see what we can get out from this. Mm, right. Holy Spirit, Holy angels, what else do we need to know about this? What else do we need to know about this situation? What else do we need to know about this situation? Okay, so you could be seen as the privileged lady in this situation, somebody of high honor. Okay, all right. And they could have been like somebody who was wealthy in this situation. Okay. And I don't know. You could be dealing with, I don't know. As I said, you could be dealing with it could be a case where it could be like a ex-spouse as well, or maybe in the past life that you had like maybe a lovers or ex-spouse who could have worked together with these family members, because you got main male. This represents a karmic male of okay. And then you got lovers here, okay, or it could be to do with people that you loved in the past, all right. Okay. And I don't know, maybe that, as I said, somebody could have that this is has something to do with an inheritance, because you see bad health and then you got pathway. So it's definitely somebody, maybe this person was in bad health, and if you notice how this person is writing something down, okay, maybe they wanted to like just make sure, maybe whatever they maybe they wanted to, maybe they were thinking about you at this time. Okay, they could be somebody that was well known in the community. Okay, and then they maybe they wanted to, maybe it could be to do with in case something to do for a will. Okay, maybe they wanted to leave you some money. Okay, you could be also represented as the mature woman, because the mature woman is seen as the divine feminine, but it doesn't, remember that gender is non-fluent in is tarot oracle readings. Okay, and maybe at some point you found about this, okay, because you got message of concern. No, you got message first, okay, and then message of concern. Okay, and again, this person could have been who left you, this could have been somebody who's quite mature, doesn't have to be, or maybe this person was just very mature in thinking. Okay, and found out in the mix, okay, that some theft, or somebody who you loved was a thief in this situation. Okay, and whatever they did, okay, they could have put you in poverty, or maybe this message of concern could be that whoever did you wrong, this person, or maybe you're going to find out, or somebody's going to message you from and this person is going to be behind bars. All right. So I think this is definitely something to do with inheritance here, something to do with a stolen inheritance here. Okay, which is something that happened in the past. Okay, let me just use some other decks to see who could have been involved in this. All right, so let's see, to give us a better idea. All right, about these people that were involved in this. Okay, so because what I'm getting here, what's pretty say, it's not just family members, it could be groups of people, yeah, that work together, because obviously it would involve, if they're trying to, if they did this. All right, so let's see. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, who was involved in this? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can you tell us more about this situation? What happened in the past? Could you tell us more about what happened, these individuals or people? Okay. Okay, so you could be dealing with, so you could be a Virgo, or this some of these individuals could be a Virgo, or someone could be a Virgo in the mix, or you or this individuals could have Virgo placements, okay, which is to do this, which is the sixth house. Um, okay, maybe this person you thought was a friend was a secret enemy. Um, okay, you could be a life path 11, or maybe somebody in the mix was a was a life path 11. Okay, also somebody could have been a life path 1, or you could be a life path 1. Okay, you could be a life path 33, or this person was a life path 33, or people, because it could be, it's more than, or people could be a life path, there could be someone in the mix was a life path 33, 1, 11. You could be an Aries, or there could be an Aries in the mix, okay, or you could have Aries, or these people or person could have Aries in placements in their chart, okay. Also, it could be a friend. It could definitely was friends. I had a friend, or somebody you consider a friend, an acquaintance, or co-worker. Okay, you could be a Taurus. Okay, or whoever that was dealing or in the mix could be a Taurus, or they could, or you could have Taurus placements. In your chart, or a Pisces. Spirit wanted me to take this Pisces, or somebody, or you could be a Pisces, or dealing with, or there could be people or person who is a Pisces or has Pisces placements in the chart, or you could be a life path 4, or dealing with um or somebody else could be a life path 4 in the mix. Okay. I wanted to use this deck just to give us a better idea, okay, what happened in the past, okay. Okay. Let's see what else we can get. Just let me just use this deck and see what else. Use this one. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what else do we need to know about what happened in the past? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what happened in the past? What happened? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can you tell us more about what? Yeah, definitely. You are dealing with people, okay, that you loved, okay, at one time, okay. And I said this could include somebody who were in a relationship as well. Maybe you separated from this person, and this person worked with your family members to take something from you because you got luck here. Okay, if you see all these two people working in collaboration with each other, okay, somebody you really trusted, um, you know, and definitely they plotted and planned to do this because you got imagination. Um, I don't know, maybe at this person, as I said, maybe at one point, um, as I said, that you were in some type of, uh, really, you were, I think somebody did, what I'm getting here is that these people really stabbed you in the back, right? People that you loved, you thought that this even with like a past partner here who you thought was going to be very loyal to you, okay, somebody you trusted, maybe you told your darkest secrets to, and this person betrayed you, okay, by working with family members to take this inheritance from you that was left to you, uh, that created some loss because you got lost here, um, and it put you in a position where you had to sort of maybe us left you basically destitute, you know, left you destitute. They, and by, as I said, I did say there was something that I mentioned earlier about this, about theft it doesn't always mean like somebody who's, like, does physically take. It could also, it could mean a lot of things too, you know. Stole whatever they did, they whatever they just left you out in the cold because you got deaf hair. Mm. Yeah. So whatever it is, this person's who left you, whatever it is, they wanted to leave this, okay, to help you in some way, and you got like those you got individuals. Spirit said that they were mice, and they just couldn't wait to take whatever it is away from you to cause some type of ending for you because you got deaf hair, the deaf card hair. Wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And who knows, maybe, this could have happened in this lifetime as well. But whatever, if you can, if this resonates with, if this story resonates with you in some way, and for some reason this is what you're going through now, or you've experienced this, just remember, or you're a victim to this, just remember that. And I just want you to note that whatever has happened in this lifetime, this also happened in a past life as well. It did. So that's something that is very, very interesting to know. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. But it's definitely to do with an inheritance here. Wow, I didn't know that this it was going to lead to that. All right. So I just want to use some decks to just close out this reading. All right. So let me just clear the table a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever they did, definitely, whatever they did, it could have affected your health as well. All right. Um, could have caused you some form of mental anguish as well. At some point, you were probably quite depressed of what they did. Um, and you see the snake, there's definitely somebody who, wanted to have a one up and snaked you in the past, and it's definitely to do with a group of people. Okay. All right. And they created some type of loss for you in the past. All right. Okay, so let's see what the to close this reading off. I'm just going to be using some decks. All right, so let's see what our spirit guides, the ancestors, the divine. Okay, what message? So I'll start off with the goddesses, gods, and guardians. Dearly beloved ancestors. Oh, this one needs to come on. Okay, so we've got Kalima. Okay, it says spiritual transformation. So you could be going through this. You could be going through a spiritual transformation at this time. So Kalima is a divine goddess. You can always call on her. And work with her energy if you want to cut cords, or you know, from things or people, places, situations that no longer serve your higher purpose. All right. She does represent the death card as well in the goddess tarot. All right. And you can call on her as well to overcome fears as well. You can work with her energy. So let's see. 93. Okay, so we got Kalima, spiritual transformation, a cycle of intense rebirth. This is your awakening. Okay, so it says here, when everything turns upside down, the rug is swept from under you, and the shock of the unexpected reverberance through your entire being is likely that Kalima is at work. Nothing feels certain right now. Okay, so you could have experienced some type of tower moment. Okay, it could be some type of um awakening or shock, or some type of shocking, or received shocking news about the situation, and that's caused you, could have caused you loss or some type of hurt in your life. It says nothing feels certain right now, and you may feel vulnerable, raw, and confronted with your deepest fears. These are not easy feelings to manage, and you might want to run away from the surge of emotion or exert hard control over the rapidly shifting circumstances in your life. Trust the divine plan as you're entering a phase of phenomenal transformation. Kali leads you to an empty, stripped back space, bringing you face to face with your naked truth. You may see who you really are. Kali will stretch you beyond all your perceived limits, hold you outside of your comfort zone, and shake you awake with sacred revelations. Your ego will fear her, but no other goddess sees your spiritual potential quite like Kali Ma. Hmm. You may be facing a cycle of intense life shifts, but remember, you'll never be given anything you can't handle. Okay, so maybe you might be going through a storm right now. You might be going through different challenges. So you can always call on Kalima, because sometimes a lot of these changes could be for your own good. All right, or maybe you've probably could be like a relationship where you've closed out a cycle or ended a relationship, and you don't know what's happening, what's you're going to do next. And you can always work with her energy, okay, to see beyond what and just sometimes see things from a higher perspective, because all of these relationships as well, especially when it comes to karmic relationships, all to do with karmic lessons, okay, and there were things that you and this individual had to learn, okay, heal, evolve, and grow from, okay, so you don't make the same mistakes twice, okay. And it says here, even though life may be unraveled right now, Kali always has your back. Share fearlessly into the void. The time has come to be nothing less than your spectacular true self, okay. And the additional meanings, it says, taking it one day at a time can help you through a personal loss or dramatic change. And again, it says this situation is a blessing in disguise. Okay, because it's something they say rejection is for your own protection. All right. And invoke, okay, the energy of Kalima. You can say these words. You can say, out of chaos comes divine order. My spirit rose with truth. Okay, the invocation, you could say and believe it. And have faith in the words. You could say, out of chaos comes divine order. My spirit rose with truth. Okay. All right. Just bear with me, okay? I just want to do something quickly. Just bring the energy of this. All right, so all right, let me just have a bit of water. Clear my throat a bit. All right, so I'm going to be using this next deck. Okay, let's see what the mermaids have to say, and what advice they have to give us. I like using this deck as well because the mermaids, are very beautiful spiritual creatures. Okay, and they can help us with our emotional healing. Okay, and they're very much associated with very much with the sea. Okay, so it's very important for us to sort of like as well go next to a body of water. Okay, doesn't have to be the sea, could be a lake. It just depends where you live. Okay. Dearly beloved ancestors, what additional messages do you have? Okay. Yeah. I'll take this one. Okay. I'll take. Okay. So we've got her relaxation, all right, and healing. Okay. So I think now and again it's very important for us to pull back our energy as well. Okay. Especially if you know, you've broken free from a toxic situation, okay, relationship here, or if you've probably or maybe you resonate, or maybe you could be going through this now. It could be something to do, you could be like maybe to do with like a stolen this could have happened to you in this lifetime, and you've moved away from these family members, and healing from this. Okay, so let me just quickly read on this, so please bear with me. So let me just start off with healing first. Okay, 72. So it goes on to say, set aside the time for self-healing, welcome and allow healing energy to flow into your life, or share your healing energy with others. Okay, and it goes on to say, the mermaids bring a powerful healing energy. I'll just show you the card. Okay. Okay, let me just start again. These mermaids bring a powerful healing energy into your reading today. This healing can be for your mind, body, or spirit, or for all three. If you don't need healing at this time, then it's for someone close to you or the recipient of this reading. Part of the healing process is to believe you deserve to be healed, and to also be receptive on a subconscious level to healing energies. Now, this might sound strange, but feeling and truly believing that you're worthy of being healed is a huge part of becoming whole again and free from disease. Okay? Are you being called to heal another? Have you considered a path in the healing arts? There are so many ways to administer healing. Simply listening can greatly help someone to feel heard, which in turn can lead to an inner healing and transformation. Okay, so that's, I don't know. So maybe, okay, it could be for an individual or people that you're associated with. Um, and maybe in order for them to transform, obviously, because this is all part of the healing process. Okay, perhaps you recently completed a healing course. If so, this card is confirmation that it's time to take your healing skills out into the world. Okay, so this is just advice here, all right, from the mermaids. And I'm just going to quickly read on this one. Okay, it says relaxation. All right, so it's very important now and again for us to take a break. I know it's easier said than done. Okay, I could relate to this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let me just put. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one as well so you can have a better view. Okay. All right. So it says it's time for some rest and recuperation. Have you been overdoing things or working too hard? If so, relaxation is required now. Recharge and relax because we are in this season, okay, where when we are in the winter season. Because if you are part of the collective on the spiritual soul journey, okay, it's all about to do with moon phases and cycles, seasons, and divine timing. Okay, that's what it's all about. So it says moments now. Sorry, let me just start again. Mermaids, sorry, I think it's something to do with the Mercury retrograde here. Okay, it could be something to do with that because like I'm just having to really force to say what I have to say here. Mermaids know how to relax, and this one is floating into your reading to say chill out. Have you been overdoing things recently? Perhaps you're feeling tired or overwhelmed. When you set aside relaxation time, you'll find that you're better equipped to handle the challenges of life. If you've been feeling stressed, this card appearing in your reading is an urgent call to stop what you're doing right now and relax. Because relaxation is very healing and can alleviate many symptoms, mental and physical. Do you find it difficult to stop and relax? It's not uncommon to feel like this. Some of us feel the need to keep ourselves continually busy so as not have to face our inner self. If this resonates with you, then you might find a meditation class helpful, or you can go online and find a guided relaxation or listen to therapeutic sounds of nature, especially of the sea. The sounds of the waves has a soothing and hypnotic effect, helping you to feel calmer and in a more relaxed state. There are plenty of videos on the internet you can watch for free also. All right. So again, and I can relate to this. Okay, so in a sense that I do try and take time out, go out in nature and listen to frequencies, okay, which is very much connected to chakras and auras and things like that. If you don't know much about chakras and auras, okay, then I did put a video out, so please check out my other videos because I do spiritual enlightenment videos as well on my channel. Okay, all right, so these are messages from the mermaids. Okay, let's see what other messages we can get as well from this deck. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what else does the collective need to know? What advice for the Spirit, Holy Angels? Okay, I'll say inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything you need. Okay, remember that. Um, no debate. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy. You are valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been and always will be. It's not up for debate. Okay. Pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe space. Follow your bliss. Okay, so never forget that. Receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up, okay? But so there's a lot of thing about there's a lot of thing about um, you know, you being worthy, okay? Hey, a lot of thing about is to do with self-worth here. Got miracles in the dark. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you will receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, so it's all about, especially if you moved away, or you close out a karmic cycle, okay, or you were in a which was quite toxic. um Sometimes it's better to be honest with you, it's better to just focus on um the present, where you are now, than to be continuously focusing on what like what happened in the past. And it says, and as I said that, it says let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious. Invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. Okay, because when you're around toxic people, all they do, or toxic person, all they do is just bring you down all the time. Instead of lifting your spirits and elevating you, they just always bring you down by finding faults, criticizing you, not liking to see, not always belittling you, and restricting you in some way. So as it says, as the card says, okay, let go of negative people and toxic beliefs as well. Okay. All right. Let's see. What angel numbers are coming out for us today. Okay. So I know, like I know, especially when it comes to karmic relationships, okay, whether if it's with a family member, ex-partner, workmate, business, but I know that, in most cases, especially when somebody stabbed you in the back or did you wrong or was unfaithful to you in some way, that it's very easy for us to, like, I know you will feel hurt in some way, but is try not to focus too much, because there's lessons that both you and this person or people need to learn from this situation. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what numbers would you like us? Okay. Okay, we've got 2121. It says that day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. Okay, so it's to do with energy levels. Sorry. 2121 to do with energy levels. It says that day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator, right? Okay. And also trust in you. We've got 0550, says the eye candy. It says, get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Okay, that I'm referring to like-minded souls, people who can uplift you. Okay, or if you've made now connecting with kindred spirits. Okay, like-minded people. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around, okay? And then you got 0 to 20. Act on your idea, okay, which will need a realistic and practical approach. It says you have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Okay, that's very good. Okay. All right. And final deck. Final deck. Okay, so let's see what advice Jesus of 2000 years ago wants to tell us or leave for us. Okay, it could be for this could be for the cross watcher as well, who's watching this, because you don't need to be on a these readings is for everyone. Okay, don't have to be on a spiritual soul life path or journey to watch these readings. Okay, it's for anyone. Okay, and everyone is welcome. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, last messages for the collective, please. Okay, they wanted me to see. Okay. Mm. Okay, it says here, with God, all things are possible. Okay, and this is based on the book of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, the Holy Bible, and it's Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Okay, and this one says, my Father gives you the true bread from heaven. Okay, so just remember that you're always blessed. Okay, and the Most High will always provide for you if you remain, if you, in this energy of believing, okay, that everything is possible. Nothing is impossible for the Most High. All you need to do is to have faith, hang on hope and trust. Okay, trust the process, especially if you want this spiritual soul journey. Okay, or even as you go through life itself. Okay, and just connect to source or spirit. And the most powerful ritual you can do to connect to spirit and source is prayer. All right, so always continue to have faith. All right, and this is based on the book of John chapter 6, verses 32. Okay, and always remember, you are the light of the world. Never forget that. That's why you are worthy, and you should feel that way. Embrace yourself, love yourself. Okay, care for yourself, all right? And never uh be, like sort of like be in this energy where, or if I should, because you can't change the past, but you can heal from past mistakes, okay? Because this is a healing journey, and it's all to do with karmic lessons here, okay? And this is based on the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 14, okay? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. As I said, this was based on past life energy, okay? But it could be connected to what's going on in this lifetime as well. Okay, so if you in some way resonated with this, or this was your story, just it's just something that you need to remember, that whatever is happening now, it's something that had happened in your past life, all right? um and there is some, obviously there's going to be some room for for forgiveness, as well as healing as well, all right? Please don't forget to check the description box as well. And once again, I'd like to thank you, the viewer, all my subscribers, all my supporters, anyone who have supported my channel. Anyway, thank you ever so much for your support. Whatever you did in the past or what you're about to do now is much appreciated, and it does help the channel. And once again, if you did enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.